webinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you. This system will notify you once you begin your broadcast. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everybody, this is Chris. I'm going to walk through oil and gas industry apps today. So first, this is what you see when you log in. So you have some options: My Profile, Order a Custom App, Create a New App, My Apps, and Ready-Made Apps. So we're actually just going to go ahead and create a new app. And we're going to use Express Mode today. Now here, as you can see, you can pick from 250 plus ready-to-run business apps. I believe we have about 321 of them total. So you can either choose all templates or you can pick the industry for which you are building the app. So we're going to do an oil and gas app today, so we're going to go ahead and select oil and gas. So we have oil and gas communications, emergency planning, personal protective equipment, and just an array of different apps: the oil field pipe volume calculator, pipeline technical data sheets. All right, so we'll just pick one of these to go with today. So let's choose the environmental inspection. So as you can see, all the templates, they have a list of the different features on the right here. So it performs oil and gas environmental inspections. They have completed inspections that modify them via multiple devices. Save PDF and Excel reports for future reference. Export reports via email or upload them to cloud drives and print. Find and fix issues fast. Eliminate paperwork. Improve accuracy. Save time. Reduce expenses. So the last four there are just kind of the the benefits of using such an app. Now we're just going to go ahead and select and continue. Now here you can choose your color scheme for the app. We have various colors schemes that have already been designed. You can also choose a custom color scheme here, where you can specify the different colors for different elements of the screen, like buttons, things like that, menus, lists. So we'll just pick a random color. Okay, so as you can see here, there's the image of the phone. That's basically your canvas where you're going to see, the different aspects of your app as they would appear on a mobile device. On the right here is how you manage the settings for the different elements. So this first tab here is for tabs. So there's 4 tabs in the app. There's environmental, there's notifications, RSS feeds, and log in or out. You can rearrange these just by dragging and dropping them in different areas. If you pay attention down here, you'll see that they move. And say, for instance, you did not want RSS feeds in your app, you can easily just click the X and confirm, and that tab will be deleted, and you can replace it with a new tab. Now, the environmental tab, as you can see, has forms. So there's new inspections, save inspections, PDF, Excel files. So they're pretty self-explanatory. The top button here is the form itself that users will fill out. Here you will view a version of the form that can be, of completed forms that can be edited. And here you can see read-only PDF or Excel files of the data that's captured. So So here today we're gonna walk mostly through just creating and editing a form. If you go to settings here, first of all you'll be able to see the settings for this specific tab. For instance, if you wanted to change the image, you could easily do so. You can upload from the computer, specify a web page, or specify an image URL. So we'll just find an image here. That wasn't really a good example. All right, now here, so we can copy image address to use the URL, and we're going to go back to this change image, specify image URL, and put that in there. Now it shows the image that we're going to be using. Click OK. And none of the changes actually apply until you hit OK down here. It's just going to take a moment to save. And as you can see, the image has been changed. One thing to keep in mind, if the image is not the correct size, go into Guru mode, you can easily fix that. So unfortunately, just in Express, you don't have the opportunity to edit the size of the image. However, it's very easy in Guru. So basically anything you highlight in Guru will come up with this little menu on the top, copy, edit settings, or remove. So we're going to edit the settings. And we're going to uncheck Save Original Aspect Ratio, because that will only allow you to edit one aspect, and it will keep it, the proportions the same. And we're going to just edit the height on this a little bit. So we'll bring it down to about 180. Should do the trick. We'll see now. Maybe not quite. So as you can see, it made it a little smaller, brought down the top. You can even say you like that size and you wanted to move the other elements. You can hold Control and allow you to highlight multiple items, and we can just move those down a little bit just to make some more room for that picture, and that's it. So now we're going to go back to Express, take a look at the Express form editor. You'll get this message that says, please note we're running the editor. You can break the layout of the form. Do you want to proceed? So we're going to go ahead and click yes. The purpose of this message is if you were to build a form in Guru mode, the mode that we were just in editing that image, and once you create the form in Guru, if you try to switch to Express and edit the form, it will cause issues, and you may have problems with the layout of the form, and fields may move. Say you wanted a field at the bottom, it may keep ending up at the top, and there's not really any way to fix that. So we recommend, at least when creating forms themselves, not to go back and forth between Express or Guru. Build the entire form with one or the other. Now we're going to click yes and go ahead through here, and as you can see, there's 3 pages of questions. So the pages are in tabs up here. Page 1, environmental. Well, they all have the same page name, but it's mostly a series of drop-downs. There's some comments, fields. That's about it there. So one thing that this doesn't really contain is information about the person capturing this data. So we're going to go through and take a look at that. First, I just want to show you the general form settings here. You can change the title of the page of the form, the button name itself, which was new inspection, if you remember back on that previous page there. You could change the email subject line. For instance, if you wanted to do like completed environmental inspection. And you can specify email addresses that this will be sent to upon pressing the Save and Submit button. So it defaults to the app creator's email address for in my account, so of course it's going to come up with my email here, Christopher@snappii.com. And you can also use different things for the report file name. So if you wanted to automatically use the timestamp in the file name, or you could even do username at timestamp. So that's going to say Christopher at 2:10 p.m. And then, September 13th, 2016. So you can, of course, specify this with, any certain phrase or words that you want, but this allows you to know who filled out the form and what time they filled out the form, so it's a great option. Click the question marks next to a lot of these fields, and they will tell you, the things that you can put in the reports. So, for instance, you can also number them. And you can choose a file format. So you can have the output as a PDF, a spreadsheet, a Word document, or in the body of an email. Typically, people use PDF documents. We see spreadsheets as well, not quite as often. PDFs are just well organized and neat. So we're going to stick with PDF on this report today, and we're actually going to add a new page to this. So we're going to name this page Inspector Information. So with this form, we want to capture the data, or with this page rather, it's of the same form, we want to capture the data of who performed this inspection. So as you can see on the left here, we have a bunch of different field types. We'll just run through them real quick. Text numbers allow users to type in text or number information. Drop-down is a multiple choice, which allows users to select options. Paragraph is for longer amounts of text, where a text number field might not be sufficient. Check box, it's basically a yes or no answer. Radio buttons are another way you can do yes or no or multiple choice. Multi-line entry sections off part of the form, so it allows you to organize your form in a way that is more visually appealing and easy to use for the people filling it out. You can add an image or logo to the form itself. Please note that will not show up on the end report. Name, of course, there's going to be first name, last name, gender, male, female. Address gives you 2 lines of address information, then city, state, and zip code. Email address will only allow users to type in email address information. They will get a message that it's an incorrect format if it's not email. Phone number allows to type in a 10-digit number. Website, price, social security number, date and time, which will capture, you can automatically capture the current date and time, or have the user select from date and time. Sign and draw allows a drawing field to add signatures to forms. Map GPS, you can capture GPS locations. Take a photo will allow users to use the device's camera to take pictures. They can also choose an image from the device's storage. And you can scan barcodes or QR codes, record audio through the app, record video through the app, or upload files. And then here we just have extras, a text label, which is static text that users can't interact with, and section break, which sections off parts of a form. So we're going to go ahead and capture the inspector's name. So we're going to put inspector name. And please note the title is what's going to show here, and the field name is what shows on the final report. So just something to keep in mind. So we could even do like inspector first name. And of course you can copy and paste things to make things a little easier. All right, a placeholder is what's in the middle of the field here in the white section, and instruction text is what appears below it. We're actually going to get rid of that instruction text just to make it a little less redundant. Now, let's say that this inspector has a badge number. So we're gonna say inspector badge number. And it's a good rule of thumb just to make the title and the field name the same. It helps you keep things a little organized in terms of the way it looks in the app versus how it looks on the reporting. And we're going to get rid of the placeholder on this. And we're actually going to make this a number field, so it only uses the device's number pad instead of the number pad and keyboard. So this makes it a little easier if it's only numbers, so the users can type things more quickly, save time. And we're going to click apply here, and we're going to add the date of the inspection. So we're just going to change this to date. And we can make this required. You can make it a hidden field, which if you use current date and time as default, you can make it hidden. That makes it so it'll capture the data without users having to change or interact with it. It's a good feature, especially for the location feature, which we're going to add in just a moment here. We're just going to select use current date and time as default. And now we're going to go ahead and add a map GPS just to capture the location of where the report was filled out. So inspection location. All right, and again, we'd like to make the title and the field name the same. You don't necessarily have to, but again, when you look at the final report, it helps you realize the correlation between the fields in the app. And we're gonna make this required, and we're gonna use the user's current location as a default. And we're gonna make it hidden just so you can see how this works, so users don't have to interact with it. We're gonna apply. And then we're going to add a sign and draw field just so users can add a signature. So inspector signature. And then we're going to go ahead and apply that. Now, so it's a good idea to save as you're making changes. So one thing to note, saving in this Express Form Editor is not the same as saving the app as a whole. So, once you're finished making forms, you want to exit and then go ahead and save the app itself. And now I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate how this looks on a mobile device. It's just going to take me a second to get all set up here. All right, and as you can see, so I've got an iPod Touch pulled up here, which basically functions the same as an iPhone, but has the fact that it's not a phone. And we're just going to open this up. We're going to use the Snappii Preview app. You can also access this from the oil field inspection app as well. I just need to refresh this to get the app to show up. So oil and gas environment inspection. So we're going to go ahead and pull that open. All right, as you can see, it's got our custom color scheme that we added, the custom photo. And we're going to go into that inspection form that we edited. So here's some of the fields that were already there. Is your company required to have any federal or state local environment license, things like that. And you swipe from right to left to change pages here. We're going to skip forward to that section that we created. So as you can see, we've got inspector name, badge number, and as you can see, it only pulls up the number pad instead of the entire keyboard because that's the way we wanted it. It automatically used the current date and time. And if we tap the signature field here, you can easily add signature. So then just tap save, and then we're going to go ahead and save and submit. As you can see, the location field that we added is not showing because we made that a hidden field, but you're going to see it on the report once it pops up in a moment here. So we chose Excel and PDF, so it gives you an option to choose back and forth between the two of them. I didn't really fill out any of this data, but as you can see, it's all laid out here. Here's that last page here with the inspector name, inspector badge number, date of birth, etc. Now I see it captured my latitude and longitude. The location services aren't so good on this iPod Touch, so but as you can see, it'll put the location on a map. It'll put a pin of where you were. And there was no address available there, so it didn't put the address in. And then there's the signature. And you can also add custom PDFs and things to this. They just have to be fillable. It takes a little time to make them. Then you just map the fields. All right, well, so we pretty much run through how to edit the app, for your specific needs. Now, I'd like to take this last portion and go through any questions that people might have. So let's take a look, see if anybody's typed anything in. All right, so looks like Howard, you might be the only one here. I went ahead and enabled your microphone. I don't know if you had any questions.
No, I'm all set. I'm good.
All right. Well, I hope this was helpful to you. Feel free to contact us anytime if you have any questions that you need addressed. We're more than happy to assist you.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard. I hope you have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.